How would you like to be fed 5, 10, 20, 30, or more leads each and every month that you can transition into new clients for your book of business? Hi, my name is Bob Coakley, and over the last 19 years, I've worked with some of the top performing insurance agents across the country and helped them build a strong center of influence network. One of those things that generates consistent leads month in, month out. And this video is to share with you a little bit about the program so you can decide whether or not this is a strategy that's right for you. So based on our work with insurance agents, we found that these professionals are the most ideal to develop your network with. We have found that working with mortgage brokers, apartment complexes, and certain car dealers, and some realtors, they are the ones that typically can generate leads for you. And at the same time, they are professionals that you can also help out as well, because a center of influence network is where you're both helping to build each other's network. If you're looking to build a network with other professionals, this is probably not the course for you. So why might you choose to invest your time, energy, and effort into this program? Well, we have chosen these professionals specifically because they come into contact with people generally when they need insurance or insurance comes up and may be a time to review. So whether people are buying a house, whether they're renting a new apartment, maybe buying a new car and financing it, they have to go through some level of qualification. So not only can you get leads, you tend to get more qualified leads. In addition to that, by building a network that's large enough, this can generate a steady flow of business. Just one mortgage broker for one of the agents we work with generated 17 new clients in just 4 months. Multiply that out if you had 5 people in your center of influence network. This truly can be the crux of your business. Along the way, you'll also build your reputation and your brand, and you'll start hitting that tipping point where your business literally goes from good to great. In working with agents over the last 19 years, what we consistently hear is if you're looking to build your business using a center of influence network, it is a marathon, not a sprint. In fact, their advice is do not expect anything in the first 6 months. If you do, you'll probably be disappointed. If you do get something, be thankful for that. But just to give you an example, one of the mortgage brokers that one of our agents worked with, he shared that his first contact was in January of 2017. And he didn't even get a chance to do a quote until late April. But since that time, in 2018, this mortgage broker is consistently generating anywhere from 3 to 7 new clients each and every month. And what we've heard as well is just when you think the program's not working, that's when you need to keep going, because that's the point where you might be kind of going over the edge and building that trust with that center of influence that you're working with. And it's a delicate balance, right? You want to stay in front of these people and you want to be persistent, but you don't want to be a pest. So those are some of the things we address in the program. Then lastly, just like anything else, you've got to put in time. It's got to be dedicated into your calendar. You can't do it kind of when you have time. This has got to be a very disciplined approach, kind of like working out. Have you ever heard of a postmortem? Yeah, that's that thing they do when someone passes away and they want to find out the cause of death. I've learned this technique that I really like. It's called a pre-mortem. So as you assess whether or not this program's right for you, you might want to understand why you may fail, right? That can help you make a better decision whether or not you want to invest the time. Here's some of the reasons why agents tend to not get the results they want. So number one, they expect too much too soon. Number two, they focus on themselves versus the center of influence. They go out there and it's all about them and it's all about that person sending them leads, and they're not reciprocating. Sometimes they try to start out on that first meeting like that, but they can't help themselves. Every follow-up meeting is about them. The other thing they don't do is they don't block time in their calendar. They leave it up to, well, if I have time, I'll do this. They don't take a disciplined approach. And then lastly, they're just not responsive. They think 24 hours is a good return phone call time. No, More ideally, 24 minutes, or even better, 2.4 seconds. We found the agents that respond super quick, delight their center of influence network, and they want to deliver more people to you because they know that you deliver great service. So here's a quick overview of the program. We really dive into the details. We go into everything from developing a list of ideal prospects, the people within that profession that are going to be better partners. We talk about doing some research and preparation before your initial call so you can nail it out of the park. Remember, a great first impression is going to go a long way. We'll talk a little bit about how you can stay in touch with these people. And as we've mentioned before, being persistent without being a pest. We'll talk about some tracking tools on how you can do that. And then lastly, action planning, how you can create a discipline to build time into your schedule each and every week. So the program is delivered through Google Classroom. What that means is it's online and it's on demand. It provides you the flexibility to spend as little as 5 minutes to 20 minutes, and you can move at your own pace, and it's always available. It's going to be a series of instructional videos that you'll follow along with the Center of Influence Sales Playbook. In addition to that, we'll provide to you tracking tools and other job aids that can help you be successful quickly. But it will require some consistent focus. Our advice is you should be engaged into the classroom at least once a week for a few minutes, and that can ensure that you're going to have success. So every year around March, I plant tomato plants. And it's not till late June, middle of July, till I start seeing a ton of fruit coming from those plants. Now, in between that time, I've got to water them, I've got to keep the insects away, etc. Now, it's interesting. I try to get my daughter interested in this. She's 11 years old, and she's not that fired up about it because it just takes too long. But she does get excited when she starts seeing those red tomatoes because she'll go out there and she'll actually eat them right off the plant, which I love. Building a center of influence network is a lot the same as planting tomatoes. In fact, the timing is very similar. And when you start building your network with these professionals, it takes about 4 to 5 months till you start seeing some fruit. But it's amazing. You have demonstrated to them that you're in it for the long haul. And it's at that point where the trust level goes through the roof and your fruit begins to multiply. So you have to decide whether or not now is the right time for you to commit to a program like this. You have to realize that you're going to be planting these seeds with these centers of influence, and some of it's going to sprout up, but typically you're not going to see anything for 4 to 5 months. So if you are considering to invest your time, energy, and effort into this, my advice to you is be 100% committed. In realize you're going to have to put some time on your calendar. You're going to have to put some energy and effort to get out to see these people and stay on the telephone with them. You have to take this no excuses attitude. And what I mean by that is not making excuses to other people. Don't make an excuse to yourself. Hold yourself personally accountable. So if you're looking to see a crop of fruit like I get from my tomato plants, after 4 to 5 months, then you might want to invest the time into this program. On the other hand, some of you, this might not be the time. It's up to you.